Hello, ladies. Linda Hodge is here, back up in your face. I'm just so happy you guys are with me today. We are talking about Woman Under Construction, my book. And if you have not purchased a book, as I say every week, you can go to Amazon or you can go under LGH on Shopify to purchase the book. Today, we're in chapter 9, and the title of that chapter is Your House Needs First-Rate Piping. Now, the piping of a structure is a channel designed to move resources from one location to the other. If it leaks, it could create an overflow of problems. Pipes are hidden in the walls of its building. Oftentimes, a great deal of damage has already taken place before a warning signal is known. When you finally realize a piping problem exists, mold has become likely settled in, ruining the wood planks in the edifice. The planks may then have to be aired out or in some cases completely replaced. This situation occurred in our charming home that we had years ago, and I tell you, it was a disaster. A leaky pipe traveled downstairs through the walls, thereby creating further damage to the plumbing in the kitchen. Our kitchen was a mess. To make matters worse, the pipes that carried hot water and cold water in our guest bathroom operated in quite a complex manner. The tube that was supposed to carry the cold waters would filter in the hot water, and the cold water tube acted as the hot water pipe. I still haven't actually figured out how that problem transpired, but it's really fascinating for a house to be exceptionally striking on the exterior but lose its appraisal value when it's discovered that the interior has significant leaky pipes. Today, for just a few moments, I want to talk about grief, frustration, and loss. Throughout the piping system of our minds, grief, frustration, and loss must be inspected closely. It's time to unplug the piping system and flush out the clogged debris that is lingering on the subconscious thoughts of our minds. Grief, frustration, and loss appear actually in two forms. There is grief, which actually originates from loss or an unachieved aspiration, while frustration occurs from loss of income, or material thing that you may lose. These are all hurts in relationship, to things, a dream or a hope, possibility, an object like, the loss of a set of china handled down from a grandparent. As a matter of fact, when my mom passed away years ago, she gave me a few of her sacred, gigantic cooking pots and pans. I guard them with my life. These items are precious to me simply because they once belonged to her. So every time I, make greens or macaroni and cheese, I immediately kind of just really think about her. But today I really just want you to think about what type of grief are you dealing with? What kind of frustration that you may be dealing with, and what type of loss are you dealing with? I mean, those are real life issues. I mean, just think about it. Data shows that a female is molested really every 60 seconds. Abused women carry tons of unwanted guilt. First off, there's the genuine guilt in terms of anger, hate, and wanting to kill. Perhaps some even contemplate thoughts of suicide. Second, guilt also proceeds from confusion. A girl who has been sexually abused by a family member or friend feels like she has acted in a way to attract that sort of attention. She then feels negative about herself because she was victimized by someone she admired and trusted. Every girl needs to develop a confidence and wholesome sense that she is beautiful, loved, and treasured. I mean, we have a lot of real issues that we must deal with. So today, I just want you to check out your piping. I want you to just really examine your frustration, your loss, the grief that you may have experienced. I want you to take it and submit it to God and ask the Holy Spirit to reveal to you what is holding you back. What is that thing that is standing between you and God? What is that thing that is hindering you? Many times there are things that are actually just, put under the rug. We just kind of sweep under the rug, and because they're under the rug, we think that they don't even exist, but they're still there. They still nug at us. They still hunt us from time to time. We meet somebody, it reminds us of somebody else. We smell somebody with a certain perfume or cologne, it reminds us of a situation. It takes us back to the very thing that we thought that we have been delivered from. So there are hidden things in the area of frustration, grief, and loss that we haven't really dealt with. Now, if you have, that's wonderful. Then your assignment is really to help somebody else, to be a midwife to somebody else, to help her, to deliver her. If you've been delivered from something, I believe God holds us responsible to help others. Our deliverance is not just for us for us to pat ourselves on the back and say, God delivered me from such and such and such. Look at me now. Am I just this wonderful person? No, God delivered you Because number one, he loves you. Number one, he has a plan for you. And then for another reason, because he wants you to help somebody else. So your job is to be a deliverer to somebody else if you've been delivered from certain things. And if you have not been delivered, I want you to deal with frustration today. I want you to deal with grief. And I want you to deal with your loss. And how do I want you to deal with that? I want you actually to take it to the Lord and begin just to ask God. Just talk to him. Nothing magical, nothing scary, just a conversation like I'm having with you right now. I just want you to have a communication with him, a conversation, and say, God, I'm feeling such a way. Sometimes people need to write things out, to journal. That may be a way that you can get things out as well. Whatever works for you, do it. And ask the Lord to show you, and then ask him to give you a plan of action that you may need to do to come out of that frustration, that pain, and that loss. Now, it's not going to be magical. It's not going to be overnight. Things doesn't happen just magical unless the Lord just supernaturally heals you or delivers you from a certain thing. Otherwise, it's a journey. It's a journey of faith. It's a journey of trust. It's a journey of faith and patience. And once you put those on, you can rest assured that God is going to bring you out. It may take a little time, but know you are worth it because you have something to say and you have a voice to share with others. I love you, ladies. I'll see you on next week right here on WWW.